Wednesday.
I don't trust her.
Blackmail rocks the dynasty.
Sweat it out, Aunt Crystal.
The People's Court, today at 4:30.
Hello, Jody, it's Miles.
Miles, I'm so glad you called.
Look, I'm just checking in to tell you all that I'm at Monticello General. It's something of an emergency.
Are you all right?
Yeah, don't worry about me. I just brought in Mr. Everett Cooper. He had a heart attack, and it was just fortunate I happened to be there when he had it.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I don't know quite whether I caused it or whether I just saved the man's life. Maybe a little bit of both. Anyway, he's doing fine. That's the main thing.
Isn't it ironic that you should be the one to save him?
I guess so. In any case, I seem to have earned his gratitude. Maybe that'll help my circumstances.
Yeah, I certainly hope so. Miles, I think that you should get home here as soon as you can.
Why? What is it? Something wrong?
Well, Derek Mallory is here, and I think Nicole is in trouble.
What do you mean? Trouble about what?
Well, he has been asking a lot of questions about Nora Fulton.
Tell her I'll be right there.
Miles is on his way home.
Is he all right?
Yeah, he sounded fine.
Could we get back to this now, please, Nicole? You went to the TV studio to meet with Nora Fulton, but you left shortly after 11 because Jody phoned you about Miles.
Yes, that's right.
You went to the Cornerstone bar. Miles had already left, so you went out to look for him.
Yes, I figured that he probably hadn't gotten very far in his condition.
And you found him where?
Only about a block away. He had fallen.
That's true, because when she brought him home, he
Jody,
had a bruised
please.
forehead. I'm sorry.
My point is that you did not take him home immediately. You went back to the TV studio, correct?
Yes. I felt that I had to keep my appointment with Nora. And after seeing Miles like that, it made it all the more important.
What happened then?
Well, I left Miles in the car, in the parking lot, and then I went back into the studio, and that's when I found her.
So you did find the body first?
Yes, I found her. And I knew that she was... and that there was nothing that I could do to help her, and all I could think of was just getting out of there.
Nicole, are you saying you panicked?
Yes.
But I've never known you to be so easily shaken by something like that. I mean, your kind of job...
I am sorry, Derek. I can't explain it myself, but it just happened to me. I just ran out, and I guess that's when Gavin saw me.
Well, why didn't you call the police? And for God's sake, why did you lie about it afterwards?
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Puritan Oil. Puritan knows you're fighting serum cholesterol. Puritan wants you to win. And by April Fresh Downy, America's favorite fabric softener.
It's gonna be a tough match, Mom.
Oh, not if we play like we did last week.
Wish my tennis dress felt more comfortable. It was softer before.
Mine, too. Sure, you didn't use Downy this time. There's a big difference without the softener.
And where's that nice fresh smell?
I just washed it. You didn't rinse in Downy's April Fresh smell.
Only Downy gives you April freshness combined with skin-loving softness. Makes static cling almost disappear.
We'll get them today, Mom. It feels soft again.
She noticed. And everything smells nice, too. Aren't you glad Downy's back on your side?
April Fresh Downy, a noticeable improvement.
Numbers, on occasion, speak louder than words. Now, these figures dramatize the results of a university study in which serum cholesterol was reduced, an average of 9.6% in 3 weeks. 43 families took part. They cut down on cholesterol and saturated fats, and they ate more fish, chicken, and vegetables. For cooking, they all used Puritan because it's low in saturated fats with no cholesterol. Your assignment is to try it. Puritan knows you're fighting serum cholesterol. Puritan wants you to win.
I don't know, David. Nancy isn't back yet, so I have no idea the outcome. Anything new on your end? Uh-huh. Well, I'll let you know as soon as I find out anything. Oh, Nancy's here now. All right, David. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye. Hello.
Hi. Was it, David Cameron on the phone?
Yes.
Oh. The clever, dedicated, and persistent Mr. Cameron.
He was just checking on things.
Oh, didn't he want to know if you succeeded in soothing my ruffled feathers?
He did ask about you, and he is concerned that you're upset.
My goodness, you know, it's really a wonder he gets any business done at all. He's so busy running our lives.
He doesn't like this business any more than we do. He's just doing his job.
Honey, I hate to think of the sins committed in the interest of doing the job.
Give him some credit. He has feelings like anyone else. But he has to grit his teeth and get on with it. He has no other choice.
Mike, you know, it's really such a strange job, altering people's lives for the sake of some unseen threat.
The threat may be unseen, but it is very real. We all know that. And no one knows it better than Cameron. He's doing what is necessary. So are we. So is Raven, for that matter. I was hoping that you'd understand and accept that.
I do understand it, Mike. I just don't know if I can accept the effect it's having on the personal side of things.
I know. Especially to Valerie.
And to Raven, for that matter.
What did she tell you?
Ian Devereaux proposed to her.
What? Well, that could be very awkward.
And that's exactly how Raven feels.
Well, at least it shows how he feels about it. He feels strongly enough. She's likely to get more information out of it.
Oh, Mike, that sounds so cold.
I meant it only as a cold fact.
Well, she turned him down.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. What was Devereaux's reaction to her refusal?
Apparently, it was an either-or situation. Either she marry him or she never see him again.
That cut and dry?
Apparently.
That's the worst news yet. If he really means it.
I think he means it.
Of course, it could be just a lover's tactic.
Well, how do we find out?
Well, I certainly can't ask him, can I? But I know someone who can.
Come on, TJ. Surely you can find 2 tickets in the theater somewhere. There has to be a couple of house seats lying around. Well, yes, I know tonight's the only performance in Monticello. Mm-hmm. TJ, what would you do if the Queen of England suddenly showed up? Would you put her in standing room? Okay. All right. You owe us one, TJ. Fine, goodbye.
No luck, huh, Spencer?
Sorry, Sky, it's sold out tonight. TJ said there isn't a ticket to be had for love or money. He insists his own mother couldn't even get a seat.
Well, that wouldn't present much of a problem. She's been dead for 5 years. So put him on our blacklist. So much for fellowship between theater owners. Now, what am I going to do to entertain the lovely lady tonight?
Sky, I don't need to be entertained. We could just stay and talk. I'm happy.
Okay.
But if you'd rather, we could go to a movie or something.
Oh, a movie? Well, there's an idea. I don't know when the last time I saw a movie was. Spencer, why don't you find out what's playing in town?
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Well, look, I'm sorry to have to saddle you with all these butler duties, but until we get a replacement for Gunther,
That's no problem. It's probably a good idea to keep the talent sharp. I'll make some phone calls in the other room.
Thank you.
He certainly is efficient.
Yes, yes. Oh, you didn't tell me, was there something in particular you wanted to say?
Sky, you don't have to keep the merry-go-round turning. It's enough to just be with you.
I know. I just want to prevent you from getting bored with me, that's all.
Well, I'm trying to tell you that that's something you don't have to worry about.
Spencer must be on another line. Excuse me, I'll just get there. Hello?
Sky, it's my car.
Oh, hello.
Can you talk?
No, not really.
All right, I'll be brief. We've got a problem, a big one.
I see. Well, that is too bad.
Ian Devereaux has asked Raven to marry him.
Yes, I heard. That is unfortunate, isn't it?
As you might expect, she turned him down.
Well, I would certainly hope so.
Raven and Nancy had a meeting earlier this evening. She told her that Devereaux's reaction was rather drastic.
How so?
He said that if she doesn't marry him, They'll never see each other again.
I see. And do you believe that to be the case?
I honestly don't know, and I can't very well ask him myself. Now, you know the man better than I do. I think it's the sort of thing that a close friend might learn. Don't you agree?
Yes, I understand your point perfectly. I'll see what I can do and I'll get back to you, okay? Goodbye. Yeah.
Well, there we are. There's a list of 4 movies you might enjoy.
Oh, thank you.
The starting times are all within the hour as well.
Yeah. Well, you know, I've been thinking that we shouldn't go to a movie at all. That is, if the lady agrees. I think it would be more fun to go pay a visit on an old friend.
Wherever you go, sweet and low. More people you know, sweet and low.
It's the only part of my diet I can really stick to.
For over a generation, Sweet and Low has been helping millions of people cut calories. People who want to get more out of life.
Sweet and low? Sure works for me.
Get more out of living, new and sweet and low. Wherever you go, sweet and low. Wherever you go, sweet and low. Wherever you go.
These phones. My head is ringing. Where is my Tylenol?
Take 3.
3 tablets?
No, Anacin 3. It's 100% aspirin-free.
I didn't know Anacin 3 is aspirin-free. Got a choice.
Right. Like Tylenol, Anacin 3 is 100% aspirin-free and contains the most effective aspirin-free pain reliever you can buy.
Feeling better? Headache's gone, thanks to Anacin 3.
Anacin 3, 100% aspirin-free.
Nicole, come on. There must be something else, some logical explanation for your behavior.
It seems logical to me, Chief, if you don't mind my saying so. When I saw Nicole come out of the studio, she did look panicky.
I don't know why you just simply
Oh, come on, you two. I am trying to get the facts from Nicole.
I know how stupid and foolish I was to run out like that. It was a mindless thing to do, but the truth is, I'd had fantasies so many times about killing Nora myself.
Don't
No,
say
it's
that.
true. I can't deny it. That when I saw her lying there dead, I couldn't help but think that I was going to be blamed for it.
But why would you think that? Nora came to meet you at the studio to help you.
For a stiff price.
Yeah, but you would have gotten a confession that would have gotten Miles out of a jam. Why did you feel that someone would think you'd want to kill her at that point?
Gavin, why don't we let Derek ask the question?
No, really, I don't mind answering that question. I did want Nora's confession. I didn't want to see her dead. And I did not kill her. Sorry, Derek. I've told you everything I know. And as for my behavior, you can just put it down as shock and hysteria. I just simply didn't stop to think of the consequences.
Well, if you had, we all wouldn't be here discussing it now.
What is happening here, Derek? What the hell's going on?
Sorry, Miles. I needed a few questions answered.
What questions?
Miles, Gavin told the police he saw Nicole coming out of the studio the other night.
What are you talking about?
It's true. He did see me.
Wait a minute, that's not true. I mean, you left the studio before Nora Fulton arrived. That's one thing I remember clearly about that night was she came to get me. She was driving. I was sitting on the seat right beside her.
Miles, how could you pinpoint anything? From what I've heard about your condition that night, it was a long, drunken blur.
What are you getting at?
I'm not getting at anything. Nicole has already denied having killed Nora Fulton.
Who the hell suggested she did?
She went out looking for you. She found Nora in the studio, dead. She panicked, ran out, and now I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to come down to headquarters to sign a formal statement.
What? Serious? You can't be serious.
I have to be serious.
Well, then at least, can we both go down? I mean, is that all right with you?
Of course it's all right, of course. But I think it might be wise if you were to telephone your attorney.
How old am I? I'm 25. So am I.
One of these swimmers is not 25, but 34. She's Mary Lou Kenworthy, mother of 2. Can you pair out? They both look so young. But let's see their hands. They look young, too.
My hands need as much care as the rest of me, so they deserve Ivory liquid for dishes. The name Ivory has always meant mildness to me, and I trust it to treat my hands gently. The rich, mild suds help my hands stay young-looking. even with all the dishes I do.
Still can't tell who's 34?
Me.
Well, you sure look young.
Swimming helps.
What helped your hands look so young?
My hands? Oh, Ivory liquid. The mildness helps a lot. I'd never use anything else.
Mild Ivory liquid helps hands look young.
After an afternoon of this, you're not just tired. You're exhausted. That's why one thing waiting for every player in the NFL is a bar of Coast deodorant soap. Coast is made to revive you, and with its cool, stimulating scent and a thick, creamy lather that feels terrific on your skin, Coast refreshes you and rejuvenates you and picks you up in a way no other soap can. And if Coast can help after a day like this, imagine how it can make you feel after a day in the office. No tired is too tired for Coast.
Well, why don't you start yelling and screaming at me? I think I'd like that a lot better than this silent treatment.
Gavin, I am trying not to do that. Because I'm afraid if I start screaming, I won't be able to stop.
I already told you how rotten I feel about this.
No, I don't believe you. Because if you would have thought about how this was going to make you feel, you would have not gone to the police.
At least admit one thing. I was right, wasn't I? It was the truth.
I suppose that makes it better.
If Nicole herself was willing to...
Nicole had no choice after you said what you did. She was forced to say she was there.
It was Derek Mallory who asked the questions.
And why? Because you ran to Calvin and told him everything. And now she's down at headquarters, and who knows what they're going to think.
But she's already told them what happened, why she left in such a hurry. I'm sure they'll believe her. I just wish she told the truth from the beginning.
Stop it. You have no right to pass judgment on my sister. You, of all people, have no right.
I didn't mean it that way. I mean, God knows I've acted a lot worse than she has. Do you remember the time that
Yes, I remember. I remember very well. And that's why I'm so disappointed, Gavin, that you have to be the one to do this to her.
Don't put it that way.
Nicole has been a friend to you, and she has proved it 1,000 times over. And I'm... Gavin, I don't know what I am to you anymore.
Oh, come on, Jody, that's unfair. You don't have to tell me what I owe Nicole, and you know damn well what you mean to me. So don't make me sound like some sort of Judas.
You said it, I didn't.
Oh, come on, please, can we just stop this?
I only have one thing left to say to you. I hope your conscience is satisfied now that you have done the right thing.
I don't know if I did the right thing or the wrong thing. Jody, when I thought that I'd shot Gunther Wagner, my first impulse was to run. And it just made the situation worse. At least Nicole doesn't have to face that.
Well, what if they don't believe her? What if she's accused of murder? Gavin, if that happens, I swear to God, I'll never forgive you. Never.
Well, oh wait, now don't tell me. You're a ghost from Christmas past.
No, I ain't a ghost. Although there's been some times lately when I wished I was one.
You look like hell, like an unmade bed, Gunther.
Yeah, I know. Hey, look, do you mind if I help myself? I'm, you know, feeling a little desperate.
Could any humanitarian refuse you, Gunther?
Hey, thanks, Spence.
Listen, not that it's more than just a passing interest to me, but, where the hell you've been?
Here and there. Look, I don't even know. Please, just don't pick on me, will you? I've been through a lot lately.
You're going to have to explain a lot more than that if you want to get back into Mr. Whitney's good graces, not to mention the police. What's the story, Gunther?
All right, look, Spencer, you know, maybe there's some things that you didn't know about. Nora was, well, she was pregnant. That's why she was leaning on me to marry her.
Somehow I just can't picture you bathing a baby, feeding one, maybe.
Yeah, well, actually, she was leaning on me very hard that night on account of she was expecting some money. So I figured it was time for me to move on, you know?
So that's why you disappeared? You were just avoiding walking down the wedding aisle, hmm?
You got it right, buddy. Well, I figured she was going to make a lot of trouble. If there's one thing that Nora Fulton was good at, it was making trouble.
You sure you didn't try to fix her trouble?
What are you trying to say, Spencer?
You heard what happened to her at the television studio, didn't you?
Yeah, I heard all right. And that's what worried me, and that's why I decided to come back, too.
I don't get it.
Look, Mr. Whitney knew that Nora was expecting a baby. He'd have to tell the police, right? And then I'd really be in big trouble. I mean, who knows what the hell they'd think.
Probably what I just thought.
Anyway, it worried me. It worried me that my disappearance would make me look even more guilty.
So you decided to come back and face the music, hmm?
That's right, that's right.
Gunther, I've got some news for you that might uplift your spirits more than that brandy. You didn't have to worry about Nora's baby. The autopsy showed there wasn't any pregnancy.
What?
Nora wasn't pregnant.
She lied to me? That double-crossing witch was lying to me all the time? You want to know something? I wish I had killed her.
Oh! Well, here we are. This bottle of champagne was in the refrigerator, just waiting for an occasion like this.
No, come, this is just an old friend dropping by. It's hardly an occasion.
Well, it is to me. It's good to see both of you, even though you were somewhat unexpected. You're always welcome. Valerie?
Thank you.
What shall we toast to?
Oh, two old friends. Sky and I go back years, so if you're his special lady, please consider me a friend as well.
Well, you used the right term. Valerie certainly is my special lady. A toast to the lovely Valerie.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
You're a lucky man, Sky.
Yes, I am, aren't I? You know, if you had told us about your vacation in the Caribbean, we could have joined you and made it a foursome.
You took Raven, didn't you?
Yes. We had a wonderful time, barring a few discomforts.
Why don't you call Raven up and invite her over here? Then we can make it a party for four. Wouldn't that be nice?
Nothing I'd like better, old boy. But I'm afraid I'll have to excuse myself early this evening. I have quite a lot of packing to do.
Another trip?
Yes, but it'll be a longer one this time. You won't be seeing me around for a while. I've decided to go back to Europe. Probably for the next year or two.
Snowy days, winter days, rough and chaff your skin. Vaseline Intensive Care smooths the healing right in.
Winter's when hands need the healing of intensive care. A Vaseline Intensive Care lotion.
It helps heal rough, chapped hands.
They feel great. Good enough to go back outside.
Vaseline Intensive Care smooths the healing right in.
Are you a saltaholic? Sure you are, because salt hides in most everything, even where you don't expect it. Most Americans get 20 times the salt their bodies need, so why salt the salt? No salt flavors like salt without salt. Cook with no salt. Shake with no salt. Since there's salt in most everything, who needs more salt? No salt, and shake the salt habit. Soon in restaurants, ask for it.
Tuesday, Jack's got a solution to a lover's quarrel. Three's Company. Then,
One black cat for the pound?
hard laughs at the office Hex until it hits him on 9 to 5. Then, Freeway's hot on the trail of a double-crossed drug ring. Heart to Hearts. Tonight on ABC.
Now, look, I know how upset you are, especially since you regard Valerie almost as a daughter. Well, it hurts me, too, knowing that she's being used in this situation.
Well, I really don't feel like taking orders from David Cameron. I'm not a very willing member of his team.
Nancy,
I just can't allow you to do anything that will jeopardize this operation. I'm asking you now, as your husband, we have to follow through no matter what the outcome.
Well, now you're doing the same thing as David Cameron. You're using my emotions just as we're using Valerie's.
Hello?
Mike, this is Sky.
Oh, yes, Sky. Did you find out anything?
Yeah, I did. I just dropped Valerie off. We were over at Ian's. I was trying to get some more information from him, as you suggested.
And?
Bad news. The breakup between Ian and Raven is definite, and Ian wants to make sure of it. Mike, he's moving to Europe.
That is bad news. Well, thanks, Sky. We'll talk tomorrow. Good night.
What happened?
If Raven wants to save Skylar, I'm afraid she has no choice now but to marry Ian Devereaux.
If you created the perfect game for your family, you'd want it to be entertaining for grown-ups, fun for the kids, and a lot of laughs. You might add a dash of skill, a pinch of strategy, and a little bit of luck. Of course, you'd make it simple to play, but fill it with surprises. What would you have when you finished?
Uno!
Well, what do you know? Uno. No wonder you can't say no to Uno, America's family get-together.
Uno!
Can you read this? You can if you dust with Deep Shine Pledge. That's right, Deep Shine. Look, this polish shines like polish, blurry, shallow. But Pledge is so clean and clear, your wood shines rich, deep. See? Really beautiful. So when you dust with Pledge, you shine deep to bring out more wood beauty. And you want everything out of dusting you can get, right? Get more out of dusting with Deep Shine Pledge.
Tonight, the Fonz's plan backfires when a work-release prisoner he hires ends up stealing Casey's heart on Happy Days. Then Laverne pretends she's going to have a baby in order to help her old Army buddy, Sergeant Plout, get through baby care classes on Laverne and Shirley. Tomorrow, Jake and Corky stow away aboard a luxurious ocean liner to foil the heist of a king's ransom and jewels on the Gold Monkey. Then Colt teams up with the beautiful mystery woman in glamorous Acapulco to recover a priceless Mayan treasure on The Fall Guy. Tomorrow on ABC.
Tonight on ABC's World News Tonight, the world in debt. International banking may go bust to the tune of $2 trillion.
It's a pity the governments didn't realize it 7, 8 years ago.
Now that we're facing this crisis, is it too late? ABC News, uniquely qualified to bring you the world.
Cutting loose, throwing up, cheap thrills at high times. It's your big chance to go totally crazy with Spring Fever. Rated PG.
Now showing.
I'm Roseanne Scamrodella. Coming up on the 5 o'clock Eyewitness News, police arrest a suspect in one of the 3 recent murders of women in Morris County, New Jersey. We'll have a full report and this.
What are 2 things everybody has and should take special care of in all this cold weather? Ooh, I'm John Buchan. I'll tell you all about it.
Also, Jets fever. We'll tell you how it's spreading, and gourmet Bert Wolf with this week's best supermarket buys at 5 o'clock.
Remember that nice Tidy Bowl man? Well, it's no more Mr. Nice Guy with extra strength Tidy Bowl DX3. Agent DX3 is the powerful triple action system that battles dirty rims to make routine brushing.
Dinky, dinky.
Madge, I really dig rock.
Well, those hands look like you've been digging rock.
No, it's dishwashing. What'll I try?
Everything, and use palm olive liquid. You're softening in it.
Feels soft, like a lotion. Must be mild. But how does it clean?
Great.
Right, Madge. Palm olive cleans away the toughest grease, leaves dishes and pans spotless.
And palm olive softens hands while you do dishes.
Madge, palm olive is really cool.
I thought it was chilly in here. Remember, palm olive softens hands while you do dishes.
When I'm in my legs pantyhose, I feel great about me.
It shows in your step.
Ah.
'Cause legs fit your style. Right down to your toes. And when you feel that good, it shows.
When I want to feel great, nothing beats a great pair of legs.
Nothing beats a great pair of legs.
Now you see it, now you don't. Here you have it, here you won't. Oh, Diet Pepsi, one small calorie. Now you see it, now you don't. That great Pepsi taste. Diet Pepsi won't go to your waist.